Hi everyone, we will have a look at the SketchUp working environment. And the first thing is we will create a shortcut for accessing the SketchUp. So in the search button here, search window here, you click and then we type in SketchUp. So SK. I have already see this SketchUp here. Now, what you do is here, when you see this one, you right click and then you go open file location here. Okay. And this one is the SketchUp shortcut. And we are going to put this one onto the desktop. So select this, right click, and then send it to desktop. Okay, then we can close this window. Now you can see here, I have a shortcut for me to access the SketchUp. Okay, now we will double click this to launch the SketchUp. The first time you open this SketchUp, very first time, it will probably ask you about the license business. So all you need is just click OK or I think is accept or agree, those kind of button. And then you are in this dialog box. Now you need to choose a regular template. So or a default template. From that template drop-down list to click on, so you click on this little arrow, that list will expand. And then you will choose one called construction documentation millimeter. This is the template we regularly use for our SketchUp. Okay, this is the one. Construction documentation millimeters. Select and then you can start. So select meaning you see the blue band behind this template. And then you click on Start Use SketchUp. Now, very first time you open the SketchUp, probably your screen will look like something similar to this. Okay. Now this is one of the toolbars exist. Perhaps on your screen you have other toolbars showing, but we will set our own toolbars. Okay. Go to View, pull down menu, and then you do toolbars. Okay, then in this dialog box, you will tick large tool set. You will untick getting started. Okay, because in the large tool set contains all the tool buttons within the getting started toolbar and more. So we don't need a getting started toolbar. We need this. This is the best tool set ever. Okay, so we will tick this large tool set. Then we will tick location, and then we will let me just check. Then we will tick section, tick shadows, tick standard, tick styles, tick views, and tick warehouse. I think that's it. Later on, if we're missing some toolbars, we can go back here again and tick extra box. Okay, once you done this, you click close. Then we are going to rearrange those toolbars. At the moment, those toolbar is floating in the middle of the screen. Okay, so we are going to dock them. So first thing, the large tool set, we dock this to the left. See, when you drag this until your mouse hit the edge of the screen, it will dock. This toolbar will dock on the left hand side. Try that one. Standard toolbar, just drag until hit just below the pull down menu, it will dock there. And then we probably will dock in the style here. And we also will dock in the view. Okay, and then we perhaps do a shadow, section. Then we put a shadow here and put a location here and put the warehouse there. This one a little bit lower, we just drag this up a little bit somewhere here. That's good enough. Okay, so we have almost all the tool buttons we need for drawing models in SketchUp. Okay, so you have new button for you to start a new SketchUp drawing. You can open an existing SketchUp drawing. You can click on save to update your current drawing. Okay, you can also undo or redo your action. You can do print, and this part, this is called a style button. If I have an object, right, and if I just show you, if I have an object, oops, okay, so, and if you have an X-ray mode, you can see the object or geometry hidden behind the front surface. This is when I turn the X-ray mode on. If I turn the X-ray mode off, then I don't see the object geometry behind this front face. Also, if I do, let's say roof, okay, I paint this in a different shape. Okay, so if I zoom close, you can see the texture. Okay, so this is because, see, that mode is called shaded with textures. So you can see if I turn to this, just shaded, then you only see the color of the texture, but you don't see the detail or patterns of the texture. And this one, you can do just monochrome. So it's just black, sorry, it's just white and bluish color. Okay, and this one basically hidden line, just showing you all the edges, doesn't showing you any color of the surface or any texture of the surface. And that is the wireframe. The wireframe is similar to this X-ray, but the most time, because when you have X-ray turned on, when you have X-ray turned on, see you can see the shades of each faces as well as the edges or hidden lines. Okay, whereas if you do just hidden line, then you don't see the shades of faces. Okay, so most time we will just use shaded mode. This one you can turn it on, but if your model is very complicated, if you leave this mode shaded with texture, you will slow down the computer process dramatically. So better leave this shaded mode. So the only time you want to turn this on is when you want to see the effect of your texture to the model, and then you temporarily turn this mode on. Once you examine all the effects, and then you can turn back to the shader mode and continue working on your model. Okay, this is my advice. And this one you can see sometimes you cannot see the different shades. So perhaps just stick with this one. So mainly when you use a style, mainly you will use shaded, and sometimes, you know, if the situation becomes a little bit tricky, you probably need to turn on the X-ray mode. Okay, so this part is called viewing. So you have isometrical view. Okay, so it looks like a 3D view. I usually just say 3D view, and then you have a top view, a flat view, or plan view. See the top? See here? It tells you top. See top? That means top view. If you switch to here, that would be front view, and this one is the right view, and then this one the back view. See the back? See, tells you back and left, but there's no bottom view. I wish they have added one bottom view. Sometimes you need to check what's under the bottom side. Okay, so this is the tool we need. Okay, later on we will talk about shadow, not shade, shadow, and we will talk about locations, warehouse, 3D warehouse business, and also we will talk about all those tools, drawing tools, modifying tools, viewing tools. Okay, so, and on this side, you will see called the default tray, and there's lots of trays. You can see this materials, there's arrow pointing downwards. That means this material tray at moment is open. If I click on this arrow, see that materials tray closes. Same thing happen here. You can see components at the moment that tray is open, so the arrow pointing downwards. If you click on that one, the arrow pointing to the right, that means that tray is closed. I close the style, close the layers, close. Most time you leave the instructor open, because see at the moment my select tool button or button is active. So the instructor will tell you how to use this tool. Okay, and if I select another tool, let's say select move tool, and then you can see the instructor will tell you how to use the move tool. Okay, so this is very useful. And if you want to open any one of the trays, you just click on the arrow, it will expand. Okay, we probably will talk about this in more detail later on. The other thing I want to let you know is the measurement box here at the bottom right corner area of the screen here. And this is the label in front of the measurement box. The label name will change. For instance, at the moment, my move tool is active. So here label shows distance. If I make my rectangle tool active, just click the rectangle, you can see the label change to dimension. But whatever the number you type in on the keyboard will show in the measurement box. For instance, if I draw a rectangle, I click the first corner, and when I move my mouse to the opposite corner, you can see the number in the measurement box changes according to the position of your pen or pencil. But you can override those measurements by typing the number from the keyboard. So for instance, I want to type in 5,000, 8,000. See, this is the number, and I just typed in from the keyboard. it overrides the previous number. See, when I move my mouse again, the number changes, and I still can override this number just by typing the number from the keyboard. So 5,000 and comma and 70,000. You can do this. And just do remember, whenever you type in the number on the keyboard, you must hit Enter key. Okay, don't just type in the number without hit Enter key. Okay, so this is the measurement box. Just keep eye on this measurement box and make sure the number you typed in is correct or is exactly what you want. Okay, so this is about the SketchUp working environment setup. And last thing before we go, I want you to take a photo of this one. So next time when you log into a new computer and you want to set up the SketchUp working environment, you just open that photo and follow whatever it says here to set up the working environment for your SketchUp. Okay, and thank you for watching. Bye.